Finally, page 4. And this has a little twist to it. We're dividing by x minus 3. Our divisor is in order. But this is a mess. We want the square term, then the x, then the 11 under here. Otherwise, it's doable, but it's pretty awkward to work with if these are not in order. Okay? So, same old now. X times what makes x squared? That would be x. X times x is x squared. X times minus 3 is minus 3x. Okay, don't just add there and get x. We didn't change the sign yet. Don't forget about the changing the sign step. Slow down, Mr. Dane. Nice warm night, motorcycles going by. So that was positive, it became negative. That was negative, it became positive. We add, the first column disappears like it's supposed to, and now we have 7x plus 11. So, what do we write next? Plus 7. 7 times x will be 7x. 7 times minus 3, minus 21. And then we change to the opposites. That becomes negative. That becomes positive. Boing. And 32. Answer is x plus 7, remainder 32. Okay. And, oh, look at all 4 terms. Whoa. So we start with writing x minus 2 over here. And 3, 2, 1, 0. It is in order. 2x to the third plus 5x squared plus x minus 3. And we're ready to go. X times what makes 2x to the third? That'll be 2x squared. So 2x squared times x, 2x to the third. And 2x squared times minus 2, that's minus 4x squared. I put it underneath the other x squareds. Draw the line, change the signs. That becomes negative, that becomes positive. Add, cancel. We get 9x squared plus x minus 3. And we say, what do we multiply x by to get 9x squared? That'll be plus 9x. 9x times x, 9x squared. 9x times minus 2, that's minus 18x. Don't forget about sign changing. That's positive, so it changes to negative. That's negative, so it changes to positive. Disappear. Don't ignore this. That's 1x, and 18x makes 19x. And then x times a plus 19 will make a 19x. 19 times x, 19x. And 19 times negative 2, that's negative 38. Okay? Change that to negative, change that to positive. Negative 3, positive 38 is 35. So we have remainder, positive 35. Okay? Now, last thing. This is a division problem just like all the others, except it's written differently. It's written as a fraction. You know, if you split this up into 3 fractions with that on the bottom, it makes a horrible mess. I almost said a bad word. So we don't do this like we did the first few on page 1. We rewrite this. This is getting divided by that, so we rewrite this like so. X minus 5 outside. And then I'm leaving some extra room here because you notice I skipped some powers. 4, 3, there's no 2, there's no 1, so we'll leave some room. X to the 4th minus 10x to the 3rd, and I'll leave some room for the x's. I'm sorry, for the x squares, and then for the x's, I'm going to push this minus 6 way the heck down there. And we'll see what happens. Hey, x times what makes x to the 4th? X to the 3rd. X to the 3rd times x makes x to the 4th. X to the 3rd times minus 5 makes minus 5 x to the 3rd. And we're going to change the signs and add. And we get minus 5x to the third. And of course, minus 6 is waiting patiently way down there. Oh, what do we multiply x by to get minus 5x to the third? Minus 5x squared. Oh, minus 5x squared times x, that's minus 5x cubed. And then minus 5x squared times minus 5, we get plus 25x squared. I'm not going to bother writing the plus sign because we're going to change it in a second anyhow, right? But I get plus 25x squared right there. Make the line. This is negative, switch to positive. This is positive, switch to negative. And now we add, gone, nothing, and minus 25x squared makes minus 25x squared. We don't have any x's, minus 6's down there. And we do this again. X times what makes that? We need a minus 25x. Minus 25x times x is minus 25x squared. Minus 25x times minus 5, that's plus or positive 125x. Okay, that makes a positive 125x. So when we do the switching, this becomes positive and this becomes negative. These disappear. We get minus 125x minus 6. And one more step. X times what to make minus 125x? Minus 125. Okay. And then minus 125 times x, that's minus 125x. And minus 125 times minus 5, that makes positive 625. And we change the signs. That was negative. This was positive. And we add, and those disappear, and we get negative 631. Okay. The remainder is negative 631. And if you want to see a trick way to check your answer without doing this times this, see if you can follow this. Look at the thing you divided by, and whatever this number is, you use the real thing is, when does this equal 0? When does x minus 5 equal 0? When x equals 5. Plug in a 5 for x, right? 5 to the 4th minus 10 times 5 to the 3rd minus 6. Okay? Then work this out. 5 to the 4th is 625, minus 10 times 5 to the 3rd is 125, and then you have minus 6. Okay? So this is 625 minus 1250 minus 6. Now I need a calculator. Where is that calculator? I will turn it on. Very smart. What did I have? 625. 625 minus 1250 minus 6, and I get negative 631. Look familiar? Look familiar? If you've done everything right, if you take the value that would make the divisor equal to 0, in this case we use a 5, and plug it in for x, it should come out the remainder. See, if I wanted to check this one, if I plug in 3 for x here, plug in 3 for x here, what's 4 times 3? 12 plus 11 plus 9. What do I get? 11 and 9, 20, 32. I get 32. Oh yeah. Okay. Here, if I plug in a 2 into that, it should come out 35. I'm not going to do all that. I'm ready to quit now. And I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. See you on Friday.